Hi guys, let's take a look at the 3 in the Enneagram. The 3 is a person who is focused on success and achievement, whatever that means to them. So if they wanted to be a CEO, they would strive to get there. If they wanted to be the perfect embodiment of a stay-at-home mum, they would get there. They achieve what they want to achieve. So the 3 is someone who has their mind set on something and nothing's going to stop them getting there. So the way that I explain it is that there is a mountain and they say, I'm going to get to the top of that mountain. And they like to announce it. I'm going to get to the top of that mountain, either to themselves or to others. So the 3 is an assertive type. They assert themselves in a situation. I'm here and we're going to do this. So we're going to climb to that top of the mountain. The thing is, the 3 does not like strict rules. They see them more as guidelines. So I'm going to figure out how to get to the top of the mountain. And that's the beautiful thing about 3s. 3s adapt and shift and change to reach the outcome. 3s sometimes think outside the box. They help us to see different options. Because sometimes the same way that we've always done is not the right way. But 3s can sometimes clash with people who tell them you can only do it this way. Because they say, well, what if I find a different way? So they can be seen as a little bit stubborn in those ways. Well, what if there is a different way? Right? So 3s are the type of person who adapts and shifts. But the thing is, once they get to the top of the mountain, they see another mountain. Because once you're at the top of the mountain, unless you're an Everest, you'll always see a higher mountain. So for the 3, the success is never enough because there's always something more to be successful of. So the 3 is the same in their daily life. They're always on the go. They're always doing something, always achieving something. Even if achievement is emptying the dishwasher, even if achievement is working out, because they set their mind on it. They can sometimes, some 3s can wake up in the morning and set a task for the day. A lot of 3s I know like lists. And if it's not a specific list that they can tick off, it could be a mental list. Because 3s, they like the option of a tick because it's achievement. Done. Great. But they don't slow down to celebrate. Oh, good job, I did that. No, because that's normal. I'm going to do the next thing. So the 3s, they're going to need to learn to slow down and just appreciate the success that they've achieved. Because they're quite harsh on themselves. Their success is never good enough. They always have to keep going. So something a 3 can learn is to say, yeah, cool, I did that. Good job. Even for the small things. That's something I recommend 3s to start learning. To celebrate that you emptied the dishwasher. Celebrate that you mowed the lawn. But also, the thing about the 3 is in the center of the heart triad. So a lot of people think that the heart triad, also known as the feeling center of the Enneagram, are really in tune with their feelings and very emotional. But no, the 3 isn't. Now, of course, some 3s can be. That's a different story. But just the general story of the 3 is that they're quite disconnected from their emotion. It's because if I'm always focusing on my stress, my anxiety, my frustrations, then I'm not going to get to the top of the mountain. So it's like, no, I'm not going to focus on that. No one should focus on that because if you want to achieve your goal, you can't be too emotional. So 3s can be quite tough with that. They can also be quite tough with others. Like, get over it. Come on, keep going. Because they're tough with themselves. So something I invite the 3 to do is to be in touch with your emotion. What are you feeling? And the 3 goes, I'm fine. Start acknowledging, naming to yourself even. I'm stressed. I'm anxious. I'm sad. I'm angry. I'm frustrated. And the reason I'm focusing on the not happy emotions, the not good emotions, is because those are the ones that the 3 tries to put aside. And we call this response to stress task focused. Because they're so focused on the top of the mountain that nothing is going to get in my way. So when a 3 has a lot of pressure on them, maybe because of work, because of family pressures or themselves, they totally go into task mode. So it's like the horse that has the sides on, don't know what they're called, but they're like the blinkers. They're just so focused on their task at hand that they remove the emotion and they just focus on what has to be done. But when they're like that, they can be perceived as quite short or sharp or snappy, and that they don't listen. A lot of threes say to me, I listen all the time. When you are really like that, just think, do you truly listen? Do you put aside your email and go, yes, how can I help you? Or do you keep emailing? Do you sometimes go, I'm busy right now, I'll work on it later? So it's not a criticism, it's just to start being aware of it. Everybody has something. So how do I treat people when I'm in my zone? How do I treat myself when I'm in the zone? Do I take enough breaks? Do I eat? Do I sleep properly? Do I take care of myself and others? It's a really important question to ask. So I've seen that the threes are assertive, they're a behavioural style. They are task-focused under stress. But what is their fear? The fear of the three is worthlessness. So I need to prove my worth. I need to prove that I can get up the mountain without your help, that I can do it. So the thing about the three is I have had a lot of threes say to me, oh Mel, I think my fear is a failure. And I say, yeah, it probably is. But that's quite a superficial fear. That's quite obvious. You could easily say I'm fearful of failure. We found in neuroscience that it is a neuroscientifically proven fear that we all have of failure and ambiguity. That's in another video that I have. But the fear of the three is of worthlessness. It's deeper than failure. So the thing that we can do if you're not a three and you know threes is to acknowledge their worth because they are worthwhile. Threes are absolutely incredible, so inspirational. So acknowledge their worth. Say thank you when they do something. And it has to be authentic, of course, but that's why I'm saying it is authentic because they are great. And for threes, to start to learn how you can value your own worth. Celebrate your successes. Put yourself first. Know that you are enough. What you have done is enough. And find the things in life that you can stop and slow down and enjoy. That life is not always about the success or the achievement, but it's about enjoying the process of it. There's slowly little things that we can do in life that can make us and bring us to the true self, to the best version of ourselves. And there'll be another video that I show you the path of growth for the three. But before we go into that, because that's deeper work, if you're a three, I just want you to start acknowledging what you're feeling when it's not a happy emotion. You can also acknowledge your happy emotions because those are always great. You know, I'm happy, and that's also your achievement, and acknowledging your successes. I've just done that great job. My job is just my boss has just promoted me. I've just done that email that was really hard for me to do. But then also acknowledging the hard stuff. So yes, I'm stressed. Yes, I'm anxious. And why do we do that? We acknowledge those feelings because then when we acknowledge them, we can be more aware of how we treat ourselves and others when we feel that way. So threes, you are amazing, but I invite you to start noticing those little things. Start noticing how you treat others and yourself. Start noticing and celebrate your successes. So I'm going to have more videos weekly of each Enneagram type, and then I'm going to go into the deeper stuff of the Enneagram. So if you have any questions, reach out to me. Otherwise, subscribe below for weekly videos on Enneagram RC. We are learning how to live life better together.